Hello, welcome to Dungeon Dwellers Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today, we're reviewing Friday the 13th, the final chapter. This came out in 1984. It's a horror slasher movie. It's an hour and 37 minutes. So this is the fourth Friday the 13th movie. We already reviewed the first three. This one is of the Friday the 13th series. The two good ones, the ones that people agree are the best, are this one and the sixth one. What was the name for the sixth one? Where do I have the fucking case for this? The sixth one is called Jason Lives, which is supposed to have like a Universal monster feel to it. This movie introduces Tommy Jarvis, who's like a recurring character in the series. In this one, he's played by Corey Feldman. The other casts are, you got Crispin Glover, who plays Jimmy Mortimer. You got Kimberly Beck as Trish, Judy Aronson as Samantha. Wow, she looks really different in this picture. You got Peter Barden as Doug, and you got Erich Anderson as Rob Dyer. They were really creative with the names. Who played Paul and the horror chick? It's not showing me. Yeah, this is directed by Joseph Zito. He did like Invasion USA. What else? It was like Invasion USA, The Prowler, Missing Action, Red Scorpion, which was supposed to be a really good movie. I don't know. I thought it was okay. And you got Delta Force 1, The Lost Patrol. So, before I start on my review, I was watching like, Tony from Hack the Movies, his review of the first three Friday the 13th movies. And I was basically watching it just to see, like, okay, how did my reviews compare to his reviews? And obviously his review is a lot better, has more production value, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I wanted to see, like, what was his points? Like, did my... Fuck. I gotta pause. Yeah, my bad. Someone was calling me. Yeah, I just wanted to compare points and stuff. And he talked about Muffin, the Shih Tzu from the second movie. And his take on it is probably the correct one, where they fucking did kill Muffin. And that scene at the end of that movie was... all dream sequence. It was all in what was it? Amy Steele's head, whatever her character's name is. So it's like, fuck. Though in my review, I'm pretty sure, like, I was like, oh, I'm not 100% sure if they killed the dog or not. They totally did kill the dog, which makes sense because they did find the redneck couple finds a mangled dog corpse, which looks a lot like a white Shih Tzu. So even though there are a lot of white Shih Tzus out there, it's safe to say it was probably Muffin, unfortunately. R.I.P. Muffin, who is probably dead by now, since that movie was like 30 fucking years ago. But still, I fucking hate, as a dog owner, I hate when they kill dogs in movies. And there's even a golden retriever in this movie, who's called Gordon, who belongs to the Jarvis family, who jumps out of a window. I guess we're supposed to assume Jason Voorhees threw him out the window. And though we never see the dog's corpse, it's probably safe to say that they killed the dog. So that's going to affect... I know a lot of people don't mind dogs getting killed in movies, but I'm a dog owner. It pisses me the fuck off, okay? Okay, so it's going to affect this fucking review. So the story for this one is Jason is found dead at that farmhouse from the third movie. He's taken to the morgue. He mysteriously comes back to life, kills like 2 people at the morgue, and mysteriously is missing. I think they're and I'm not 100% sure, but like after that, the movie takes place at these two cabins, one belonging to the Jarvis family, which is the son, the I guess teenage daughter played by Kimberly Beck, and the mother, who's like I think they say like they're recently divorced, so and their dad lives in a different place. Um, a bunch of teenagers rents the next cabin next door, and it's and they're basically just there to party for the weekend. I would say like I consider this shit to be like the filler for like halfway the watching the teenagers parties in these movies. I kind of consider filler, but I would say the interactions they have with each other is pretty funny. Like the fact that you have Crispin Glover here, who is like, who's a very nerdy guy, is implied that it's implied he gets sex. Not even just in the movie, but just like in general. It's like, how the fuck does this goofy guy get sex? Like at one point, like he's like, you see him dance to a rock song, and the dance moves are so fucking great. He's just like, it's almost like he's karate chopping in the air. That's what his dance moves are. And like you see the other actors' reaction to it, and it's like, what the fuck, dude? It's fucking crazy. And you also have two twins in the movie. These two, I don't know if they're supposed to be teenagers, whatever. One's, though they're like identical twins, one looks like hotter than the other, and the only explanation I can give is that the other one has like, I guess she has like stress lines in her face. I don't know. Maybe she lives a stressful life. Who the fuck knows? Yeah, but I really enjoyed the teenage characters in this movie. The point I was gonna make, I think it's implied that this is taking place in what is it called, Camp Crystal Lake Point or something, like near the Camp Crystal Lake grounds. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, so like I would say also the Tommy Jarvis character is a horror movie fan, and he has a shitload of horror movie masks and shit, and like props that he created himself, which I thought was, I have a hard time believing a kid like that could create stuff like that, but whatever, right? They probably have that character in here because I guess people really loved Shelley from the third movie, who was a horror movie geek, right? Also, a sub-point in this movie is you have Rob, who is the brother of Sandra from Friday the 13th Part 2, who's searching Camp Crystal Lake to try to find Jason and kill him, which Jason shows up halfway through the movie, discovers his campgrounds, and destroys his rifle, which very smart to only bring one fucking gun. Dumbass. And like he goes to look for Jason because he thinks he's nearby. Doesn't grab his rifle, grabs his machete, which is, you couldn't grab both retard. I think Jason has a machete in this movie. I don't know, like the kills in this movie aren't that memorable. Like there's like 3 times in this movie where you see characters getting thrown out of windows. You had like Crispin Glover getting killed with a corkscrew. How I can't even remember how. I just watched the movie, and it's like, yeah, the kills in this movie aren't very memorable. The selling point of this movie is just the teenagers and the Jarvis family. There's like, I don't really like it when like there's a lot of scenes in this movie where like the kid character is exposed to sexual shit. He stumbles upon the teenager's like skinny dipping. He stumbles upon while he's sleeping in bed. He can see the girl's window from the cabin like across from their house, and she's like stripping off naked, and like he sees like his the girl making out with her boyfriend, and it's just like, dude, like this, I don't know. I find that shit creepy. Like people like you had Jay from fucking Rather Media when he reviewed this movie was like, oh yeah, this scene was really great, and it's like, dude, this is fucking perverted as fuck. Like kids should be kids. Kids shouldn't be exposed to sexual shit. Yeah, so like in my opinion, you know, I just don't like that shit. I find it fucking creepy as fuck. Yeah. So like the movie, honestly, I kind of see why a lot of people like this movie, and like especially though, can we just bring up the fact this is supposed to be the final fucking movie, and they made like not even 4 movies after this. They made what, like 6 movies after this. It's like, fuck, final chapter. Though I think it's implied that like they do kill Jason in the movie, and there's like a Halloween like 4 kind of feel to it, because it's implied that, you know, Tommy Jarvis might become the new Jason, which there's a point where like he's looking through like Rob's stuff and is reading like newspapers about Jason, so he tries to do the like psychological like psych out like the girl Amy Steele's character did in the second movie, but this time trying to make himself look like Jason by cutting off his hair and putting like, you know, like dark spots under his eyes, and he tries to psych Jason out, and then like him and his sister kill Jason, and then there's like a really creepy shot of Tommy Jarvis, played by Corey Feldman, at the end of the movie where like, and like the creepy music plays. So I was gonna give this movie a 7 until they killed the fucking dog, and then there's the fact that like, you know, it kind of, the movie jumps to shark for me, because like you see the fucking kid bury fucking Jason's machete halfway through like the sides of his head, almost cutting the top of his like head off. And it's like, Jason, as we all know, has a pretty fucking thick skull. And like, for people who don't know, skulls, I read like a scientific journal or whatever where like they compared like the hardness of skulls to that of a fucking bowling ball. So imagine you as an adult trying to, with a machete, trying to cut a fucking bowling ball in half. Now, I'm supposed to believe a fucking kid can do this? Now I know this is a horror movie, but still there has to be some, like, they couldn't do the neck. They had to do the skull, which it would have been more believable. I couldn't believe a kid with a machete could, like, you know, I don't know how old he is in this movie. I think, what, like 12 years old? I could believe a kid, like, can cut, like, halfway through a guy's neck, right? But a fucking guy's skull? No fucking way, dude. I'm giving this a 6 out of 10. Though, is it better than the other movies? I would say yes, but it still has major problems. Hence why it's getting a similar rating like the other movies. Alright, peace.